Deadspin's entire staff laid off as GNRO Media sells sports news site to European startup. Oh noes, did somebody do something wrong? Greetings once again, my friends, and welcome back to the GNRO Minicast. I am your host, Adam Mickelson, aka Drak. I hope everybody's having an awesome day or night when you're listening to this. And today we're going to be taking on what I like to think is an extension of the Sweet Baby Inc. situation, and actually has a connection to an upcoming minicast in regards to GNRO Media. Specifically, the media outlet that owns not only Deadspin, also owned Jezebel, and also owns Kotaku. So let's go ahead and get into this. In case you guys don't know, Deadspin is a sports outlet that is owned by GNRO Media that a while back was reported that they were told by GNRO Media staff that they needed to, quote, focus on the news instead of all of the ranting and raving that they tend to do in their woke-ass articles, which is why Deadspin is in the place that it is. And this is a continuation of it, and ultimately the consequences of their actions. So, Deadspin, once owned by Gawker Media, became part of private equity-backed down GNRO Media in 2019. In a memo to company staff Monday, GNRO Media CEO Jim Spanfeller announced that Deadspin was sold to a European firm, Lineup Publishing. With the sales, the 11-person staff of Deadspin was pink-slipped. Deadspin's new owners have made the decision to not carry over any of the site's existing staff and instead build a new name more in line with their editorial vision for the brand, Spanfeld wrote in a memo. While the new owners plan to be reverential to Deadspin's sick, unique voice, right, they plan to take a different content approach regarding the site's overall sports coverage. This unfortunately means that we will be parting ways with those impacted staff members who were notified earlier today. Yeah, this article is being brought to us by Variety, so of course it's going to be way too sympathetic towards the people who just lost their jobs, but ultimately earned losing their jobs. Last of all, GNRO Media shut down Jezebel, and its staff was laid off after an unsuccessful attempt to sell the site. Jezebel was subsequently acquired by Atlanta-based Paste magazine in March of 2023. GNRO Media sold how-to site Life Hacker to Ziff Davis. GNRO Media's current portfolio includes Gizmodo, The Onion, The AV Club, Jalopnik, Kotaku, The Root, and Quartz. And what's funny about this also is that given the time that I'm actually writing this or recording this, they're actually looking to sell The Onion because I think they're tired of their shit too. The sale of Deadspin comes after the site in November 2023 published an opinion piece with a headline that originally said the NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface native headdress. So yeah, the story that basically came out of this is that a Kansas City Chiefs fan, or rather the son of a fan, came to a game in two-tone, so red and black colors, and the camera that the Deadspin article references only saw the black side, and in turn suffered consequences from it. The story included a photo of a 9-year-old Chiefs fan at an NFL game wearing face paint. However, other photos of the child from the game showed that his face was painted half black and half red. In addition, the family has said the child is of Native American descent. Oh, I didn't even know that part. In February 2024, the child's family filed a defamation lawsuit against GNRO Media seeking unspecified damages. The case remains pending. An editor's note appended to the Deadspin story reads in part, "We regret any suggestion that we are attacking the fan or his family. To that end, our story was updated on December 7th to remove any photos, tweaks, links, or otherwise identifying information about the fan. We've also revised the headline to better reflect the substance of the story." In other words, GNRO Media bitch slapped Deadspin for doing that, by the way, and they deservedly so, might I say. I don't believe this article actually goes into it, but apparently the day after the Deadspin article broke, that kid had a nightmare of a day as everybody took out his racist intentions out on him, and the parents were just infuriated by it, and rightfully so. So much so that I think they also have started up action against the school as well. The controversy over the Deadspin article frustrated Great Hill Partners, the private equity firm that owns GNRO Media, and may have helped hasten the sale of the site, according to a report by Adweek citing anonymous sources. GNRO Media declined to comment. Spanfeller, in his memo to staffers Monday, said the offer to buy Deadspin was unsolicited. I do want to make it clear that we were not actively shopping Deadspin. No, they got rid of Deadspin, is what they did. The WGA East affiliate at Onion Inc. Union, which represented some Deadspin workers, said in a statement Monday, which we don't care about, today the entire staff of Deadspin was laid off when the Deadspin name was sold to a different owner. Layoffs like this have become all too common at this company and in our industry at large. This is why we fought for the severance package in our most recent contract, but the Deadspin staff deserves so much more than that. They don't even deserve the severance. They don't. In my opinion, they deserve to just go out of there penniless. They literally brought this upon themselves. In fact, I actually think that they should pay some form of restitution to the family of that kid. That's how that should have ended up. Per Spanfeller's memo, Lineup Publishing is a newly formed digital media company described in their words as dedicated to creating, acquiring, and managing high-quality media brands across a variety of sectors. Man, you screwed up when you got that one then. The rationale behind the decision to sell included a variety of important factors, including the fact they didn't want to deal with the staff anymore, included the buyer's editorial plans for the brand, tough competition in the sports journalism sector, and a valuation that reflected a sizable premium from our original purchase price for the site. He doesn't mention this, but let's just be honest. Because of Deadspin's actions, there might have been a time where Deadspin was a valued voice in the sports sector, but because of their recent actions, aka going woke and therefore broke, they have in turn brought this upon themselves by devaluing their brand and making people go to other sites because they don't want to deal with all of the nonsense that these reporters are spewing out on a regular basis on soapboxes they don't deserve to stand on. So at that point, that isn't pointed out here, but frankly, they aren't even worth it to GNRO Media to keep. That's why they were gotten rid of so quickly on that. The only information on Lineup Publishing's website is a slogan that says engaging brands with heaps of character alongside a contract form. A GNRO Media rep referred inquiries to Lineup Publishing. And that's pretty much where I'm going to keep the story here, because we could easily go into all of the problems within gaming, or not just gaming, but like news media online in general. But frankly, as most people who are listening to this already know, and I don't need to point out, it is entirely their fault that their brands are dying. They are literally making it so that we have to go to other places, like say Bounding Into Comics, in order to be able to get accurate news or worthwhile news instead of nothing but preachy opinion posts that either you may have agreement with or absolutely detest. Like, none of us want to deal with that crap. We just want you to report the news, as GNRO Media said to Deadspin, and then immediately had people leave in protest when they made that memo. So at that point, I'm pretty sure that GNRO Media, while they're pissed off that they paid for this, they're probably also celebrating because they don't have to deal with that headache anymore. And right, good on them. They don't have to deal with it. They shouldn't have had to deal with it. Let Deadspin die, along with Kotaku, which is probably going to be joining them very soon. And that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of the GNRO Minicast. Thanks once again to all those who support. And I'm not even going to thank the Variety author because, frankly, they even missed out on a lot of details that probably would have helped enlighten some of the situation in regards to it. My thoughts and condolences go out to the family of that kid, as well as that kid, for all of the shit that he probably had to go through because of Deadspin's, frankly, emotionally tone-deaf response to a blatant support of his favorite team. Like, there was no other explanation for it, and they decided to vilify a 9-year-old kid. I hope you feel big of yourselves, Deadspin. And in that, yeah, I'll leave it there. If you want to leave a comment down below, you can go ahead and do so. You can also leave a like if you liked what I had to say, or you can also consider subscribing, because YouTube continues to hate people that subscribe to me because, well, I rock the boat and they don't like it. And so I will see you guys next time for the next GNRO Minicast covering, I wonder who's coming next. See you then.